Alright guys, we finished the Boomerang series. So here we are on the spreadsheet. And we're just gonna look at kind of like we did for the jar monkey. We're just gonna look at the Boomerang, just kind of like see what happens, see if it's good, not good. I'm just gonna jump right into it because there's kind of a lot to say here. So 000, pink, yellow, 916. Okay, so about $3.6. So $3.60 per round for this, and huh? It's not 3.6. Wait a minute, this is not 3.6. Whoa, 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 hold on, hold on, hold on. Whoa, 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 that does not make sense. Oh, 36. Oops, oops. Whoa, 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 okay. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense, because I was like, there's no way that's 3.6. Okay, so no, 36, thank you. There we go, 36.1 and 20.3. Alright, then it gets better when you take a 100. For only $200, you go up 6 rounds and 5 rounds. So at least for the losing a life, it's more efficient. If you want to go until you die, it's not as efficient. And then it just gets progressively worse overall until you get to the cross paths. So between the two cross paths, the cross path thing with faster shooting or with red hot ranks, right? The glaive lord. The glaive lord does better with red hot ranks than it does with fast shooting. It just gets further, 3 rounds further to be exact, which is interesting because it also gives you the ability to hit lead balloons. So, what can we conclude? Do get the red hot ranks. If you're getting glaive lord, get red hot ranks. Don't get faster throwing. Faster throwing is not as good. I'm not saying it sucks, but it's not as good because it's worse than no crosspath at all in terms of efficiency. But but this one is even better than the non-cross path in terms of efficiency. So there's a little bit to think about here. Next, this is the middle path. It's like the whole permacharge thing. So the same thing with the ability. We see rainbow BFBs, MG, blah 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 blah. Efficiencies. Let's see. So 35. Okay, so it just goes up the whole time. Of course, until you add cross paths. Cross paths are insanely powerful with permacharge, because its efficiency went like improved drastically, and even the rounds went up by a whole like 30 rounds. Literally, that's like about like maybe 30% increase right there. That was insane. Um, yeah, I'm not noticing anything too particularly drastic here. Let's see. Now let's compare. Now, okay, permacharge is not as good as top path, the glaive lord, apparently, because yeah, the glaive lord, all 3 paths, our three like cross path and non-cross cross path, that kind of thing, is better than the permacharge with cross paths and whatever. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. It's something to think about when you're doing whatever the game is, like you know changed game, unpoppable game, it's just a hard difficulty game, medium mode, whatever, whatever you name it. But it's cheaper, and it does almost the same, almost just as well. And so I think that's why the efficiency is this one's better. In terms of earlier tiers, wow, the first tier is almost the same thing. Okay, second tier, ooh, it's better to get a faster throwing if you're sticking with only second tier, right? Than the top half. Third tier, oh yeah, okay. Clearly, Bionic Boomerang is so much better than the what is it? The Glaive Ricochet, right? Because it's 95-70 here. But oddly enough, in terms of dying, 55, and this one's 62. So if you want to go until you lose, actually the Glaive Ricochet is better. As weird as that is, apparently that's what it is. Let's see now. T4, so we got 182 about. Alright, T4, you got 120. Alright, so T4 top half is better. Right, dies on round 40. This one is before. Right? And this one is also still more expensive than the top half. Good to know, good to know. Let's see, what else here? So we've got alright. Then fifth tier discussed. Bottom path. Bottom path is the most efficient. So long range is better than everything else. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Second tier. Oh, it's also more efficient than everything else. Okay, very good. Third tier, 56. Third tier, 95. Oh, whoa, this is way more efficient than all the others. Okay. 117, 127. Okay, better as a T4. And overall, T5 is way worse. Much higher efficiency. Like much higher numbers for their efficiency, which is not good. The lower, the better. Um, I think it has to do with the fact that it costs $54,000 ish to get, and it only gets to around. Well, the 025 got to around like 91, but this one's $40,000. It got higher than 91. So Moab domination is really not too worth it, honestly. In that case, um, that's interesting though. Very interesting. Now, in terms of balloons, just straight up balloons. Pink, yellow, pink, pink. So, okay, you got a little bit more in group balloons, okay? Because that makes sense, it's more pierce. Pink, black, alright, that makes sense. Pink, lead. So, yeah, these only add pierce. So, it makes sense that against space balloons, it would not change anything. 400. Oh, he just went to Moab for both, okay? Very interesting, though. Very interesting. And then Glaive Lord does absolutely awesome, right? BADs, OMGs. That's just a giant leap, massive leap. $30,000 worth it, right? Because he did real much better in terms of balloons. Now let's see. Now it's the middle path, first tier, pink, yellow. Doesn't change anything at all, right? Second tier, black, pink. So both of them improve. So in terms of second tier, they do the same. It's just you gotta flip them. Third tier, let's see. Third tier, rainbow and black. Third tier, pink and lead. Okay, so clearly the bionic boomerang is a lot better in this case than the top path when we're looking at just balloons. Fourth tier, I'm gonna take not with the without the ability because this is with the full ability full uptime, like lasts forever kind of thing, right? And that's not realistic. So about rainbow, okay, rainbow and black. So rainbow black, same thing as the previous one, which is really bad compared to the Moab from the top path. Okay, and then we got ZOMG, BAD, ZOMG. And then Moab, BFB, BFB. Yeah, it does worse than the Glaive Lord. Okay, very interesting. Bottom path. Let's see what bottom path has to offer. Pink, yellow, pink, yellow. Right, so a little bit worse. Okay, lead, black. Ooh, lead, black. Lead. Okay, wow, this is way better than both of them. That's good. Now, third tier, ceramic lead. This one's for, okay, wow, better. Ceramic, whoa. Okay, this one is the third tier, what's the third tier? Kylie Boomerang does well. It does well compared to the others. Alright, fourth tier, ceramic zebra. Alright, ceramic zebra. Ceramic, oh, whoa, he does worse than the top path. But he does way better than the middle path. Alright, and then all the Moab dominations get ZOMGs and BFBs, which I guess is about the same as Permacharge, a little bit different. Right? Some of them got to BDs, but this one got to Moabs, so about the same. But overall, worse than the Glaive Lord, which is I never think of. Oh well, I guess that makes sense. That makes sense because that Moab domination is really good against Moabs, but then he dies to the balloons underneath, right? He's not very good against balloons. He's very good against Moabs, and while Glaive Lord is the opposite. He's more designed for balloons, but he does pretty well against weak Moabs. So maybe that's why he did so well. Now, if we kind of look over, if we compare that to the Dart Monkey, just like overview. Well, okay, first of all, let's conclude here for the Boomerang. Okay, in general, top F's better. If you can get a Glaive Lord, get a Glaive Lord. It's better. But it depends on your situation. If you only want to get Moabs because you've got something that's already like the master against balloons, maybe I'll go for a Moab domination. It really isn't that bad. Otherwise, Glaive Lord all the way. But Permanent Charge is really not that good at all. Not as bad as the Plasma Monkey Fan Club, because boy, this Dart Monkey is awful. I think it's good. I told you when we reviewed for the Dart Monkey, I said I'm pretty sure this Dart Monkey, this efficiency right here of $1,800 per round for losing a life, I think it's going to be the worst efficiency we'll see ever. which is, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Um, but yeah, basically, if you had to choose between boomerangs or dart monkeys, that crossbow master dart monkey is still the best one in terms of cost, like power per cost kind of thing, which is kind of crazy. Um, so yeah, between Glaive Lord and Crossbow Master, Glaive Lord gets to slightly, well, actually, it's about the same rounds, maybe slightly higher, but he also costs a little bit more. So yeah, but there's also the Monkey Knowledge where you can get multiple Crossbow Masters. So maybe Crossbow Master is still worth it. Wow, that is crazy. All right, I think I kind of covered everything. Yeah, we got nice increases in the rounds here. All three of them get to around 90 in the 90s. Um, but yet even the Moab Domination who gets to at least 70s, right? Because we don't count the uncrossed path, right? At least 76, right? It does massively better than the Ultra Juggernaut, but he still has a worse efficiency because the Ultra Juggernaut is only $18,000. This guy's almost $55,000. So interesting, very interesting. It certainly is a different way to think about the towers when you look at their efficiencies. You know, because some of them are super expensive, but they're also really good. But that doesn't necessarily always mean that they're very much better than the thing that's extremely cheap and easily spammable, but doesn't get you very far. So yeah, just something to think about. Um, so yeah, main takeaways: go for Glaive Lord. If you want to go for a boomerang, go for Glaive Lord. If you're doing pure Moabs, maybe Moab Domination, right? But Glaive Lord all the way. Permacharge is like kind of a little bit of it's where Glaive Lord is good against balloons. Moab Domination is good against Moabs. Permacharge is like okay against everything. So it's really up to you and your uses, which one. But for Glaive Lord, if you want to go cross path, definitely go bottom path. For Permacharge, ooh, that's really close. That is really close. It looks like the top path might be a teeny bit smidge better, but they're the same thing. It doesn't really matter what you cross path it with at this point because it's pretty much the same thing. Bottom path. Oh yeah, definitely cross it middle path. Cross path and middle path. Top path is awful compared to middle path in terms of cross path. Yeah. So this was kind of the overview here for the boomerang. Actually, it's not too long. Right. So in BTD 6, it shows the bomb towers next. So we're gonna do the bomb tower next, even though this is tack shooter. We're gonna do the bomb tower next. Or I should say bomb shooter. I don't know why I called it bomb tower. Hold on, bomb shooter. There we go. So we're gonna do the bomb shooter next. All right. And I think it'll be interesting to compare because Balloon Crush is good, but not against the BAD. So will he lose against 100? Will he lose before? No clue. But that'll be the mystery of our next videos. So if you're curious, you want to see how well these other towers perform, stick around. Stay tuned for our next videos. You know, you can just search up Ballooncer and you'll find all the things. I try to make the titles as clear as possible so you know what I'm doing in that video, right? And yeah, I mean, stay tuned for those, and I hope you have a good day.